Hey everyone, it's Kim Barnes Jefferson here. And how many of you have looked for that magic meal plan? You've looked for that magic workout only to be disappointed. I was there too. And as I, moved into the fitness industry, yes, I sold meal plans, I sold workouts, I sold diets all over the place. And then as I got deeper and deeper into the industry and I started really working with my clients and really trying to understand what that mindset was behind what they were looking for, I realized that a diet, a meal plan, a menu wasn't what's going to give you those long-lasting results. What I found that was going to give you these long-lasting results was taking a look at all the things that were going on in your life. And those things that were going on in your life wasn't exactly you following this, like the food rules of here are the fat burning foods and here are the foods that are superfoods for this year. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about the kale. It wasn't about any of that. What I found was I needed for you to get back to the basics of life. And I've come up with this 6-step framework where as I've walked my clients through it, they've been able to have lasting results, but they've also been able to, go back to this framework when things get off track. And come on, we all get off track. So the one thing I always start my clients with is sleep. And many of us, sleep is not an easy thing. You think about a 2-year-old, they fight sleep because they want to stay up and see everything. A lot of us, we're fighting sleep because we're trying to burn the candle at both ends, trying to get work done, trying to be a great parent, trying to be a great employee, trying to build a business, whatever it is, but we always put sleep on the back burner. And so what if you just started with sleep? It's simple, it's easy. Then we can start adding in the other components of living a healthy lifestyle. So I start my clients with sleep, then we move into stress management, because we all know if you're a stress ball, it's really easy to reach for that comfort food, that cheesy, gooey, sugary, anything that's going to help you get through that stressful period. And we all have those, or maybe you don't eat when you're stressed out, but we all have those periods. Maybe you drink, whatever it is, but it's working with you to better manage your stress. Then we can talk about food. Then it's, now that you've got those 2 big chunks under wraps, let's talk about your food, because here's where you're now in a position to think about food in an intelligent way. You're now able to think about food without finding foods that are going to give you energy, finding foods that are going to, fight your stress. You're all about how can I fuel my body. Then we can talk about exercise, because if you're not someone who's already exercising, if I came at you and said, hey, we're going to the gym for 2 hours, you're going to be like, oh, hell no. So then we bring into the exercise. And once we get that under your belt and you start to feel good about the exercise, and trust me, I'm not one of those, like you got to go to the gym 400 times and not be able to wash your hair the next day. Then we can talk about self-care. And for me, self-care is not just you getting mani-pedicures. It's literally just taking some downtime, like unplugging from life, sitting on the couch and reading a book, Netflix and chilling, just scheduling in that downtime so you're not like go, 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 go all the time. Then we can work on the mindset, because I know and you know that once we get all the chatter up and cleared up out of here, what we just went through, that 6-step process we just went through, is something that you can put on repeat. You can put it on lock, and so that you can just keep going and going and going and going. And the clients that I brought through this process, they've seen the results and they've been like, oh my God, had I known that just focusing on some smaller issues versus just always being vapor locked on my food or just always being vapor locked on my workouts, that I would have gotten longer lasting results. So if this is a message that someone else needs to hear, please do me a favor, tag them below, share this video, whatever it needs to do to get out there that there's something more in life than dumping your calories and strapping yourself to a treadmill. And if you're someone who's over 40 and you've heard, hey girl, you shouldn't worry about your weight or try to look like a 25-year-old, I want you to go tell them people to go jump into a lake, because I got a guide for you that's going to be great to give you that nice jump start. And hold on, I wrote it down just so I can remember what it is. It's bit.ly, bit.ly/over40guide. So have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.